Today we are running through multi-agency training. We've got South Metro, West Metro, Castle Rock's also here. But what we're doing is we're putting all our new dive team members through their swiftwater training.
We'll have you float down to that next chute. As you're doing that, try and set your bearing angle and get yourself to near shore. If you can't, we'll have 3 students and an instructor down there with throw bags ready to go. That's an important position to feel, because when you have twice the weight on the end of that line, it's a big deal. So make sure that you get yourself anchored with the body belay so that you don't lose them. So the majority of victims that we find in any of these areas, whether it be at a pool, public reservoir, on the river like we are today, is they're not wearing a PFD when one's warranted. All moving water in Colorado is considered cold water. So this water today is right around 38 degrees. It's essentially glacial runoff from the mountains that just this morning was frozen. So when you have really cold water like that, you're going to lose dexterity in your hands. You're not able to think clearly. So just know that you're going to be slightly impaired anytime you're in water like this without proper thermal protection.
Well, typically we train this time of year, end of May, beginning of June, and that's typically when we have our best flow.
Yeah.
We train here in Golden, where we've got an engineered park designed basically for kayaking, but it also happens to be a great training ground for swiftwater.
Open water is significantly different than a pool. A pool is a controlled environment. It's a comfortable temperature. You don't have to worry about microbursts and white caps. If you're out in a lake and you've been an experienced swimmer, maybe years ago, know that it's a totally different animal. So you may feel okay, and what we see the majority of the time is that drowning victims don't give any notice. You could have a strong swimmer out there, and in the blink of an eye, it goes from I'm doing okay to I am completely exhausted, and they're not able to call for help. They don't have good fine motor skills, and it happens really, really quick. So know that even if you're a strong swimmer, if you're out in open water, it's a totally different animal than if you're at a pool.
Big take-home thing would be prepared for the water that you're going to, whether it's thermally or flotationally, and don't go alone. So always have at least one person that you're going with that knows where you are, knows if you get in trouble, and can contact emergency services if you do get in trouble.
The buddy rule is applicable with so many things, and especially on the water. Having somebody else who's able to advocate for you if you're in trouble is a big, big deal, because time is everything when we're looking at drowning victims. If you're in a situation where you have an event where someone goes subsurface or you lose somebody on the water, the first thing that we're going to want to know is the last scene point. So if you're out with a group of people, take note. If you have someone in the water and it looks like they're in distress, take markers, immovable objects, a tree or a rock, and be able to paint a picture in your head of where that person went down, and that will give us the best chance of finding them quickly. So CPR is critical. We've found in the fire service and through being an EMS-based fire system that early CPR is truly what saves lives. So if you've got somebody in your party, in your family, if you've got a group that you like to go boating with, make sure that somebody has a good CPR course, because the sooner that happens, the better chances of survival are for that victim. So we're out here training to be ready, but we would rather not see you in these circumstances. We are prepared for the worst, but the best case for us is that you're not put into a position where we need to come get you.